Okay, this is going to be one of the final videos that are introducing certain sounds because we've actually learned most of them this year. And it's crazy to believe that we've already done almost all of them. So for example, we've learned about ow, oi, r, ch, all of those consonant buddies. Um, and so when students are able to recognize these sounds, they can pretty much sound out any word that they come across in a book because I'd say 90% of the words in the English language follow very certain phonetic rules. And so uh, it can be a little tricky at first for students to understand and remember these sounds, but once they do, seeing them, you know, able to sound out words with ease and really recognizing these sounds in long words is really rewarding to see. And I'm really happy to see some of my JKs and SKs able to do this. So please continue to practice these sounds at home and encourage your child to sound out words that are difficult using those sounds. So this is one of the last ones we're going to do, and it is ing. And I introduce ing by using the character of Ing the King. And I taught this over 2 days, and because there's two ways that you can use ing. You can use ing within a word, like in king, ring, bring, or you could add ing onto the end of a verb to form its present participle. So for example, running, swimming, that sort of thing. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples that we did during class. And students picked up on this really quickly. So there's sing, string, wing, ring. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. So there's not a lot of words with ing in it. Um, I mean, uh, except for when you add it onto the end of a word to change it to the present tense, which was the lesson that we did today. So let me just open that up quickly. Oops. I'm just gonna plug my laptop in so it doesn't die. Um, okay, so we can add ing onto the end of any verb to change it to its present tense. So a lot of the ones that we looked at today all had pushy E in them. And what happens when you have a word with pushy E at the end of it is you get rid of the E and you add ing. Um, so, for example, bake would become baking without the E in it. And the reason I introduced it this way is because um, if students just tried sounding this out on its own, they would say backing. But we also talked about using the strategy of flip, flop, frog. So, b, a, k, ing, backing isn't a word that they would know of. So then I encourage them to try the other sound for A. So I guess this is technically more for spelling purposes, but that's like way advanced. We don't need to be worrying about that at all in kindergarten. So then I showed them, a couple more words. And then I think, yeah, I ended up getting rid of the first word. 1 second. Ugh, so slow. No. Anyway, so we had the one word, and then we did our sound boxes to try to sound it out. Always looking for letters that work together. I cannot stress that enough. Um, so as you can see, we have B, and not knowing that the word is biting because we're trying to sound it out, they wouldn't know that it originated from the word bite, so they wouldn't know that this is the vowel name for I. So they would say b, it, ing, bitting. Doesn't make sense. We've got to use flip flop frog and change the vowel name for the letter I. So change it from the vowel sound to the vowel name. Going back, b, I, t, ing, biting. Cool. So we did it with a couple more words like hiding. And then we did another one that didn't have pushy E in it because not all of them have pushy E, obviously. Um, so just something that you might want to do at home that I always encourage in the classroom is whenever you're sounding out a word, always look for a consonant buddy to start with. Because even if they don't know what the word is, or they can't recognize certain sounds in it, if they can at least know the first sound in the word and maybe use the pictures, then they're pretty good to go. And this word has a consonant buddy at the beginning, and it is swoo. Swoo, I, m, ing. Now, using the sound boxes has become a little tedious, but we're still doing it because I do really feel like it helps students to see the individual sounds in a word. And eventually, obviously, they will be able to do it just by looking at it. Like I said, I'm already seeing JKs and SKs just completely blending it without any, issues at all, which is so awesome to see. Um, yeah. So, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to continue to maybe do some spelling with words with ing, um, adding ing onto the end of some verbs to change it to its present tense, that sort of thing. And during independent reading today, it was really neat because I had a lot of students come up to me and say, "Look, I found ing! Look, I found ing!" So it's neat to see them grasping onto the concept, which is awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I really hope that you guys are using these videos to help you at home. I know it can be really difficult, teaching how to sound out words and stuff when you're not really sure how to explain it to them. So I hope that these videos have been useful for you. Make sure you give me any feedback. If you'd like to see something else, just let me know. I like doing this sort of thing. So yeah, see you later.